Hey, Facebook peeps. Okay, this is the final part 5 of the organization that's coming out in July. It's the 5th part to chapter 1. You can also read the chapter on the Affinity website. But here's the last part in the first chapter of the organization. Until she'd received the call from Val, Maggie was content to sit and listen to her favorite CD, The Four Seasons. Pinching the bridge of her nose, she reflected on Val's strange request. Val was slowly unraveling, and Maggie wasn't sure she would be able to use her much longer unless Val got the help she needed to chase away her demons. So far, they hadn't managed to figure out a way into Leonid's inner circle. She sighed, realizing that as much as she didn't want to call Antonio, his offer of assistance might be their only option. Her most trusted team had listened intently to her explanation of their connection, but Sophie's training as a former FBI agent made her remain guarded. Connecting with Antonio again was dangerous on so many levels. Their philosophies not only differed, but she was afraid her feelings for him might resurface after she learned about his wife's recent fight with cancer. Sevilla hadn't survived, and Antonio had been alone now for over 2 years. The presence of another woman was no longer the barrier in rekindling the old flame. Her private cell phone rang and she scrunched her face as she looked at the number flashing on the screen. She didn't recognize it. Only those she trusted most in the organization had this number, but something was instinctively telling her to answer the phone. Hello? She hesitantly spoke into the tiny device. As Antonio's rich baritone oozed through the speaker, she envisioned his broad smile. How'd you get this number? She immediately regretted her sharp tone. She listened to his explanation and learned about the recent developments in Leonid's organization. Yes, I think I may have someone who would be nearly perfect for the job. My major concern is that lately she's been displaying abnormal amounts of stress and instability, and that is not like her. Unfortunately, she's the only one who can speak fluent Russian and possesses all the other needed attributes, Maggie sighed. She continued to listen to Antonio's information. I suppose we don't have much choice at this point because this opportunity isn't going to present itself again. I understand and appreciate that you have assets that are also at risk, but I don't like to send someone into the lion's den without thoroughly evaluating our choices. I'll call you tomorrow. Yes, I know what to do to set up the stage. Danny has been looking for a challenge. I believe this will provide her with a big one if we decide to use my person for this job. Okay, that's the end of the final part, part 5, and the end of chapter 1. And the organization once again comes out July 5th in paperback at GCLS, and also in electronic format on July 14th. Hopefully you'll enjoy the book. It was a lot of fun to write, and the only series, squeeries, whatever you want to call it, that sequel that I'm going to do. Bye everybody.